A Marine veteran who put an agitated subway rider in a chokehold on a New York subway has been acquitted in that man's death. Within the past 30 minutes, a Manhattan jury cleared Daniel Penny of criminally negligent homicide charges. The verdict came after a more serious manslaughter charge was dismissed because the jury deadlocked on that count. Both charges were felonies and carried the possibility of prison time. Penny gripped Jordan Neely around the neck for about 6 minutes back in May of 2023. Penny's lawyers argued that he was protecting himself and other subway passengers. 12:03 is the time right now. We continue to follow major developing news in the Middle East. The U.S. government is closely monitoring the situation in Syria after the fall of the Assad dictatorship. Torian Small has more details from Capitol Hill.
Syrians fired guns in celebration of the fall of the Syrian government this weekend. The dictator Bashar al-Assad fled to Russia with his family.
Anything is better than a regime that has brutalized and massacred its people over 50 years.
Citizens tore down symbols of Assad, and hundreds of prisoners detained by his regime have been set free. The U.S. says it believes American journalist Austin Tice, who was imprisoned in Syria, is alive, and they are working to find him. U.S. national security personnel said that right now it's an open question as to who is running Syria. It's a question the U.S. is working hard to figure out. The Islamist fighters who brought about the downfall of the government have been deemed a terrorist group for their ties to al-Qaeda. But Abu Muhammad Jalani, the leader of the group, has denounced al-Qaeda.
We're going to work with all the groups in Syria. And as President Biden said yesterday, the rebel groups, including the ones that have been designated as terrorist groups, have actually said all the right things. Now the question is, what will they do to try to bring about a better Syria?
Assad's regime had been propped up by Russia and Iran, but that influence is now likely gone.
Anything like this rebellion that diminishes Russian and Iranian influence and power in the Middle East is good for the United States, it's good for Israel, it's good for our Arab friends.
With the dictatorship gone, Syrians are shifting their focus to essentials and joining long lines for bread and gas. Torian Small, CBS News, Washington.
Back here in our area, a mother in Montgomery County is now charged with first-degree murder for the drowning of her baby girl. Now, according to court documents, emergency crews responded to Summit Avenue and Chevy Chase yesterday afternoon for reports of a child drowning. The victim, just 3 months old, was taken to the hospital and later died. Police say the mother, 37-year-old Mackenzie Volpe, admitted to investigators that she drowned the baby in the bathtub. She also told investigators she planned to take her own life, but couldn't go through with it. Neighbors that we spoke with say they can't believe what happened.
My first reaction was just shock. I mean, it's horrible what happened. My thoughts and prayers go out to the family.
The baby's mother is due in court this afternoon for a bond hearing. We'll have a reporter in the courtroom and bring you up